Hi everyone. From this video, we are going to see recommender systems. In previous videos, we seen clustering and its types, examples, K-means algorithm, hierarchical, DBSCAN and its functions, how it works, formula, and everything, etc. From this video and upcoming videos, we are going to see recommender systems and its uses, how it's working, and everything about recommender systems. Okay, let's go to this video first. What is recommender system? Recommender systems are software tools and techniques providing suggestion for items to be of use to a user in this chapter. We briefly discuss basic RS ideas or recommender system ideas and the concept. Our main goal is to delineate in a coherent and a structured way the chapters including this to help the genetic extremely rich and related. Introduction. Recommender systems are software tools and techniques providing suggestion for items to be of use to a user. The suggestion relate to various decision-making processes such as what items to buy and what music to listen or what online news to read. Item is a general term used to denote what the system recommends to user. A recommender system normally focuses on a specific type of items, example CDs or news, and accordingly its design. Its graphical user interface and the core recommendation technique used to generate the recommendation are all customized to provide useful and effective suggestion for that specific type of item. Sufficient personal experience or completeness to evaluate the potentially overwhelming number of alternative items that a website, for example, may offer. The case in point is a book recommender system that assists users to select a book to read in the popular website Amazon.com. The site employs a recommender system to personalize the online store for each customer since recommendations are usually personalized. Different users or user groups are receive diverse suggestions. In addition, there are non-personalized recommendations. These are much simpler to generate and they are normally featured in magazines or newspapers. Typical examples include the top 10 selections of books, CDs, etc. While they may be useful and effective in certain situations, these type of non-personalized recommendations are not typically addressed by recommender system researchers. Next, in the simplest form, personalized recommendations are offered as ranked list of items. In performing this ranking, recommender systems try to predict what the most suitable products are services based on the user's preference and constraints. In order to complete such a computational task, the recommender system collect from users their preference, which are either explicitly expressed. Example, as ratings of our products are inferred by interrupting user action. For instance, a recommender system may consider the navigation to a particular product page as an implicit sign of preference for the item shown on that page. Recommender systems development initiated from a rather simple observation. Individuals often rely on recommendation provided by others in making routine daily decisions. For example, it is common to rely on what one speech recommended when selecting a book to read. Employers count on recommendation letters in their recruiting decision. And when selecting a movie to watch, individuals tend to read and rely on the movie's review that a film critic has written and which appear in the newspaper they read. In seeking to mimic this behavior, the first recommender system applied algorithm to leverage recommendation produced by the community of users to deliver recommendation to an active user. That is, the user looking for suggestion, the recommendation were for the items that similar users had liked. This approach is termed collaborative filtering, and it is rational is that if the active user agreed in the past with some user, then the recommendation coming from these similar users would be relevant as well under the and of interest to the active users. As e-commerce websites began to develop, a pressing need emerged for providing recommendation derived from filtering. The wide range of available alternatives users were finding it very difficult to arrive at the most appropriate choice from the immense variety of items that these websites were offering. Yes. The explosive growth and variety of information available on the web and the rapid introduction of new e-business services frequently overwhelmed users, leading them to make poor decisions. The availability of choices, instead of producing a benefit, started to decrease users' well-being. It was understood that while choice is good, more choice is not always better. Indeed, choice with its implication of freedom, autonomy, and self-determination can become excessive, creating a sense that freedom may come to be regarded as a kind of misery, inducing tyranny. Recommender systems have proved in recent years to be a value means for copying with the information overload problem. Ultimately, a recommender system address use this phenomenon by pointing a user towards new, not yet experienced items that may be relevant to the user's current task upon a user's request, which can be articulated depending on the recommendation approach by the user's context and need. Recommendation system generate recommendation using various types of knowledge and data about users, the available items, and previous transactions stored in customized databases. The user can then browse on the recommendation. She may accept they are not and may provide immediately or at the next stage implicate or explicit feedback. All these user actions and feedbacks can be stored in recommender database and may be used for generating new recommendation in the next user interaction. As noted above, the study of recommender system is relatively new compared to research into the classical information system tools and techniques, exam database assessments. Recommender systems emerged as an independent research area in the mid 1990s in recent years. In recent years, the interest in recommender system has dramatically increased as the following facts indicate. Recommender system plays an important role in such highly rated internet sites as Amazon.com, YouTube, Netflix, Yahoo, TripAdvisor, uh, Last FM, and IMDb. Moreover, many media companies are now developing and deploying recommender system as part of the service they provide to their subscribers. For example, Netflix, the online movie rental service, awarded $1 million prize to the team them that first succeeded in improving substantially the performance of its recommender systems. There are dedicated conference and workshops related to the field. We refer specifically to ACM recommender systems established in 2007 and now the premier annual event in recommender technology research and application. In addition, sessions dedicated to recommender systems are frequently included in the more traditional conference in the area of databases. Information system, adaptive systems. Among these conference are worth mentioning ACM, SAGAR, Special Interest Group of Information Retrieval. For SAGAR, the acronym is Special Interest Group on Information Retrieval, User Modeling, Adaptation, and Personalization (UA). The ACM Special Interest Group on Management of Data at institutions of higher education around the world, undergraduate and graduate courses are now dedicated entirely to Recommender systems tutorial. Tutorials on recommender system are very popular computer science conferences. And recently, a book introducing recommender system techniques was published. There have been several special issues on academic journals covering research and recommender in the recommender system field. Among the journals that have dedicated issues to recommender system are AI Communication in 2008, IEEE Intelligent System 2007, International Journal of Electronic Commerce 2006, International Journal of Computer Science and Application 2006, ACM Transition of Computer Human Interaction 2005, and ACM Transition of Information System 2004. You see the function of recommender system. We will see in next video. Thank you.